Well, I'm restarting my game from scratch. I got a new computer and I'm not downloading any of the code from my last repository. I might copy and paste some good sections of the script, but basically I'm starting over. And I decided to make my game popular, it's going to need some art. I went ahead and got this low poly soldiers pack from Polygon Blacksmith. It already comes with most of the weapons the US Army uses. The soldier looks decent, won't be able to see him that well when the game works. And it already comes with a bunch of animations. So I set up some things to make it work. He can walk, he can halt, he can shoot, he can crouch, he can shoot while he's crouching, and stand back up. But it didn't come with a prone animation, so I'm going to have to add animations from somewhere else. So far I haven't actually written any scripts. I found out that I don't need them. I went to the animator, and under parameters I clicked this little thing to create triggers, and I created them with a few different names. And then my animations between all of these things, like this one right here has a condition called walk to start, and then this one has a halt to go between it. And then what I just did is for my buttons, I have this one, I went to the on click event, press the plus button, drag and drop the soldier into this little circle thing. Then I went down here, went to animator, and went to set trigger string, and that got me to there. And then you just type in the name of the triggers that you already have set up. So without any code, I was able to set up all of those buttons. So I discovered this website called Mixamo, where you can download animations. And I just typed in prone into the search engine. They got a bunch of good ones. They got crouch to prone, they got prone idle, prone firing a rifle, throwing a grenade, several other things that would be very useful. So I'm just going to download a few of them and start working with them. So you click on them, and then you click the download button, and it's got a few different options. For your format, you want to pick the FBX Unity. It's the only one who says Unity, so it's easy to remember. Frame rate, just leave it at 30 because it takes up more processing power if you want to move it up to 60. And you're not saving much on 24 either. I'm just leaving the frame rate reduction to none. And for right now, I'm going to go ahead and leave the skin on. To add these elements from Mixamo to my Unity project, I'm just going to go ahead and create a new folder and name it Mixamo. Then I'm just going to bring up my downloads folder, grab them all at once, and drop them in Mixamo. They're all there. So now I'm ready to work. So when I originally set this up, I was having the problem that these animations are for some sort of Xbot character and not a low poly soldier. But that can be overcome pretty easily. I already did it for the crouch to prone. I'll do it for the fire animation. You just click on your character and it shows up in the inspector. Then what you do is you click on the rig button. And over here its animation type is set to generic. What you want to do is set it to humanoid. And that changes a few things in the inspector. Then what we're going to do is we're going to click the Optimize Game Object button, And skin weights, we'll just leave it the standard 4 bones. Most humanoid characters work better that way. And we hit apply. Now when we click on this arrow thing, we got this avatar thing set up that has all of our bones. I guess this 4 bones means there are 4 bones for every major section, and they set it up that way. And it actually changes the animation so that it is a different thing than what it was before once you do that. So what I do is I click on the animation, and then I hit Control D, and that separates it into a new system. So now what I can do is I can take this prone fire, sit it over here. Then the only other thing I have to do is click on the crouch to prone, which I already implemented and tested. Connect them. Click on the connector, which it's supposed to be showing. Now you want to be careful to take your character out of the avatar configuration, or you won't be able to see other things. Just go over here, click the back arrow, and it takes you back to where it was. Now when you click on the animator, it comes up to its normal thing that it's supposed to be. So the next thing I do is I add a condition, shoot, which has already been used in other places, but it knows where it's at in its track, and it somehow still works. And then has exit time, I turn that off, and for duration, I just go ahead and set that to 0. And now all I have to do is go back to the game and hit play. Now he crouches, he gets down into the prone, and he shoots while he's in the prone. So with the prone forward animation, I had to click on the animation and then click the loop time, because once he starts low crawling, I want him to continue low crawling until he's told to stop. Now I came into a little bit of a problem with that. Now he does low crawl, but he also moves away. We'll eventually want him to do that, but for these testing purposes, I don't want him running away because I haven't put in camera movement yet. So that's actually a pretty easy fix. All I do is go back to Mixamo, go back to the exact same animation I had before, and when I go to download, I click this little in place button, and then do the exact same procedures before for downloading it. And now when I install this one into the computer, he won't run away while he's low crawling. Okay, so I've set up a few more things on my game, and now my character can go straight from standing down to the prone. He can low crawl, he can stop low crawling, shoot, and then stand back up. And it took a little bit of work to get all of that in. My animator is already looking a little weird. I had to make a separate animation, like I already have crouch to prone, but I have to make one that goes straight from the standing position if I don't make him crouch first. And then I actually need a separate animation to go from prone to kneeling. So I made this path over here, and there's going to be another video on animation mastery after I put in movement. I think this is fine for now because I know that after I implement some other things, I'm going to change some things around. You can expect that the 4th video I make on this series will probably refine the animation tree a lot further. In other news, I've decided not to file for an LLC. And my reasoning for that is I'm just gonna wait until I post the game on Google Play and start an LLC after I already have a revenue stream. I mean, I had the plan of basically getting a $25,000 loan and moving out to work on my project, but that's all the loan was for. It's just racking up debt. And honestly, I can finish the project right here while I'm living now, and my rent is pretty cheap, and a lot of the new stuff I thought I'd have to wait till the second version I can still get in. Good art assets and whatnot aren't as hard as I thought they were now that I'm learning more about Unity. I'm gonna start upping my hours on the project. I'm not gonna do any more research on how to start a business. I'm not gonna post any other YouTube clips unrelated to the project until my game is up on Google Play. And the reason why is I just gotta divide and conquer. If I really hunker down and get like 3 to 4 hours a day in, I could probably bust this game out before Christmas. I also will not be sticking to any specific schedule on when I post. Each video will be based on a major element of what I'm working on, and I'm going to post them whenever I get done working on a certain section. So sometimes it could be more than one in a week. There might be a couple weeks where you don't see anything. It just depends on how long each milestone in this development takes. Thank you for watching another episode of SS Street Fighter. Leave a like, leave a comment, and click subscribe to join the Street Fighter army. I'd also like to send a thank you to my Patreon supporter, Charles.